Fuck sleeping.
So,
Fuck. Let's just do it.
Sleep when you're dead. Sleep when you're dead. So, all right, everyone. So we are back, and we are. So we just done the. Yeah, so just checking we were on everything. So we're back, and we just did the Wonderfest chat. Now we are back to do the kind of news. Not like, I mean, we've got 150 or so photos. We wanted to kind of split the news and the Tokyo Con, because you might get people who just want to watch basically the con, or people who just want to watch the news. So we kind of split them up just so it's easier for people to search and they don't have to watch a 4-hour show to try and find the pieces they want, and just trying to segment it a bit better.
4 hours of my fucking Dorian Yates fantasies to try and look at their Alucard Figurama statue that they're going to pre-order. It's not ideal, really, is it? So we keep it going, and you get a nice little bit of RaddTitan sandwich. Happy days.
So what else is? I'm just trying to think of what else is going on, really. I've got this like it's like, I've only got a little bit, but it's like a coffee kind of milk. My girlfriend bought like this. Every time I look in the fridge, there's some kind of But every time I look in the fridge, is
it almond espresso stuff?
Yes,
cold.
That's what I'm saying to you.
Yeah, I just bought it today.
Yeah. But basically, every time I look in my fridge, there is like some different type of milk that's not dairy. Every time I look in there, there's a different one. There'll be some coconut substitute. There'll be hazelnut. There'll be oat. There'll be rice. There'll be soy. And there'll be everything under the sun. So basically, I made a coffee, and it was really hot. So I wanted to put a load of milk in it to cool it down, and I needed to drink it quickly. And I didn't realize I basically made a coffee with fucking espresso milk as well. So I got a fucking double shot, and I was well fucking wired. Anyway, so that's my little story. But it's not bad. It tastes all right, actually.
I've got some. I ain't opened it yet. I bought it today, though. I think she got it because it was on offer. But then it's funny because I got it in Sainsbury's, and you don't have a Sainsbury's down your way. Maybe she might have got it or something. But yeah, that's what happens when you start playing in foreign countries, man. You start knobbing, start sleeping with Viking women. This is what you get. You get shit like this where it's not cow's milk won't do anymore. It just ain't gravy.
There is a Sainsbury's next to my gym, so maybe it was because it was on offer. I don't know. The other thing, I mean, not these glasses, but my other glasses over there, which I'm not allowed to wear now when my girlfriend's around. Right. But they are actually my prescription, so I can see, but I can't. These are a bit blurry, and I have to wear them because she made fun of me, and so I can't wear them now. So she
what did she say?
Well, I put them on, and I paid for my glasses, so they're quite expensive to get glasses made, and I was wearing them, and so I'm wearing them, and she's like, "What's that?" It's like, What? She's like, "What have you done?" What do you mean? She goes, "How much you pay for them?" And I go, I don't know. Why? She goes, "How much did you pay for them?" I was like, "Well, it's about £150, and then I had to do the lenses, and I had to get them thinner because otherwise they'd be really thick." And how much did you pay then? It was about £200 or so. So she looked at me and go, "So you paid £200 not to get laid? Nice." I was just like, "Thanks."
I fucking love her. She's brilliant. Bless her.
She said something. She said
something. 200 quid to get pussy. That's brilliant.
You made a comment as well about blackcurrant fucking jam, but I'm not going into that one. That was really put me off.
That's funny.
She's been living with me too much. Anyway.
So wait a minute. You've got Carnage on the way. Winter Soldier's just arrived. Gwen, hopefully Spider-Gwen's going to be leaving. You've actually had a really expensive month, haven't you?
Well, yeah, because Thanos came in 2099 as well.
Yeah, Thanos
So,
2099. Got like 3 XM pieces that are due as
yeah,
well.
and one just came in. So basically, it was really
And
the
one just
wrong time
came
to
in.
give up. Really, the wrong time to give up work, wasn't it?
It definitely wasn't on your career. But then again, it's better to get them out of fucking. The only shit thing is when pieces. I don't know what anybody else feels like, but for me personally, one of the worst experiences. You say worst experience. I've had a lot worse experiences, but one of the worst statue collecting experiences was I got in 2 XM pieces on the same day, and I got in the Electro from the XM Electro, and I got in the Wolverine, the yellow suit one, and I just when they all come in together like that, someone gets shat on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's unfortunate, but it's true. When you've got like a box, like 2 boxes for your own personal collection, you get them out and you're looking at them and everything. I don't mind unboxing 20 pieces if they're not mine.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't give a shit. I'll find the gems that I like, and then it's like, oh yeah, they're really nice. But when it's your pieces that you think, yeah, I want both of these pieces, and they come in, I feel really bad because I think Electro was the one that actually suffered because what happened to me was for some reason they were both sent at the same time by Mohammed Safik, who is the man. For me, he's the only. I mean, and for you, he's the only person to use
Well,
because he's shipping cheap. He does the right paperwork. We never have any problems. It's always fast. We've never had any damage. And if we ever were to ever get any, he would always fucking sort us out. So with no problem, he's just reliable. So, he sent me 2 boxes. And what happened was they got to the UK together. And then these stupid fucking idiots at, who is it? Who the fuck ships from, who is it that we use? Who is
DHL.
it?
DHL.
Yeah, DHL decided that one was going to go to one sorting office and the other was going to somewhere else. So they were in 2 different parts of the country. And like Wolverine got to me, and then I was like, "Where's the other box?" And they were like, "What other box?" So I had to chase them up, and all this like, "Oh, we've sent it to fucking blah blah wherever," and it was all this big fucking nightmare. So I got Wolverine at like 11 o'clock, and then I got the Electro finally got to me about 5 p.m. 6 p.m. But I opened it, checked every inch of the Wolverine, took loads of pictures and everything else, and then by the time Electro came in, I think it ruined it for me because I was like spent. Do you know what I mean? It was like when it's like I don't know. It's like fucking. It's like
No, I
sleeping
know
with
what
a
you're
woman
saying. I mean,
together, not having a little 20-minute nap in between. It's like getting straight into it, and it's like, yeah, I'm not. I had much more fun the first time.
well, I mean,
You know what
that's
I mean?
kind of what happened with me really with the that woman. No, I mean, with I got in Wolverine, Sideshow Wolverine. I got in Sideshow Batman PF, Iron Spider Comiket, um, and Liu Kang. And I'm sure there was something else. I'm sure I had like 5 pieces coming on one day. And yeah, it just ruined it. And it really made me think Liu Kang was a shit piece, which I don't think it is.
Also, as well, like the funny thing is that Electro is so much better than the
Yeah, yeah.
XM. In my opinion, it's like very very high. It's I think it's one of my favorite pieces. Like definitely from the Spider-Man line in general.
Well,
And
I'm a
it,
big
it was,
Wolverine fan, and I actually think the XM Electro is better. I agree
yeah.
with that.
So
So
it was one of them ones that just was a bit like I thought to myself after that day because it never happened before. So after that day, I was a bit like, yeah. I'm not going to do that again. Next time fucking DHL loses a box or sends it to someone else, I'm going to let it stay there for a few days while I settle down and then I'll get it back. You know.
hmm.
But yeah, that's I
uh,
don't know what other people get like, but that's certainly what it was like for me. I see some people like getting in like 5, 6, 7 boxes. I just think, oh no.
no, I agree. I've had that exact same thing, and it's just it really kind of it took the
The
focus
shit
off
pieces,
all
the
of them.
shitter pieces really do look much shitter. If it's not, you know what I mean. If you like with those 3 pieces you got in there, you'd have been really impressed with the Batman in person, really impressed with the Comiket Iron Spider-Man. You'd have probably loved those 2 pieces, but the
Hmm.
Wolverine and Kang, you could have probably just thrown them against the wall.
Yeah,
because that's what happens. Because that's how it goes. The average stuff just is like, oh my fucking god, like why did I buy this? And on another day, it would have been a better response.
well, with Liu Kang, I don't think it'd matter how many pieces I got in which amount of time. I don't think it.
If you had no pieces at all, you'd still have thrown that against the wall. My god, that still might be up there as the worst that we've ever got.
Well,
I can't think
it
of
was
it.
bad.
I even like that
bad.
Guyver kit that you bought at a boot sale. I like that more.
I like that Guyver kit. Apart from the fact the blades are upside down, but I did like it, and I actually, there was something about it I did quite like. Nicholas is asking if we're going to take our partners to Tokyo, and the answer is no. My girlfriend came to a con in London with me, and she hated every minute of it. And then she came to New York Comic Con, and she weren't having fun. She absolutely hates it, and probably Jenny would.
No, Jenny would love it. She'd love seeing all the fucking pieces, and she's got a really good eye. In fact, I'm quite lucky because she actually spots things, and she's got a good eye.
What happened in the end was like I went and spoke to who did I speak to? I was speaking to the guys over in First for Figures, and they had a chair in the corner, and someone was sitting on the chair, and I said to Alex or Chox, I think it was one of them, I said, look, can you tell a person to get off the chair so my girlfriend can sit down, and might shut her up for a minute. And basically, I made her go sit in the corner for 45 minutes, like, on her own, because she was like just complaining about everything. Every time someone came up to me to talk to me, she was just like rolling her eyes and just like huffing and puffing. Like when fucking Brendan come over, what's the other guy? Oh, Carlos came over, and she was just a bit. It's just not her thing. She's just not that interested in it. I mean,
the fact that she's there is good enough in itself.
Well, like, for the first hour, she was probably all right, but then after an hour, when she's seen everything, she's just like, all right, well, we're in New York. Can we go to Macy's?
You might have a point with that. I mean, in fairness, when we went to Prague, me and Jenny, the first time before me went, and she went to all the Comic Point places with me. She was all right for probably about 2 hours, two and a bit hours. And then after that, I mean, that was only just one shop, not like a whole place. But after about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, I think she was like, yeah, I mean, I think she might have had enough. Like, but
yeah,
to be fair, I mean, just going itself is a good enough thing. The thing is I'm quite lucky because some of the best pieces I've ever bought, I've bought because of her. I mean, Magneto is definitely because of her. Thanos on Throne is because of her. Lobo 100% is because of her. They're all like pieces I love, like really love. And they're all, she's seen them and gone, you need to buy this. I mean, Lobo was the first time she ever done it. Oh, and the Grey Hulk comiquette, that was one of them. And that piece, you know what? That's probably one of my biggest sale regrets ever.
Well, and also, what about the?
I think it was £700 for that. I think £750 or something like that. But
the phone bronze Thanos as well. She
bought that one, but one thing is that she, like with the Lobo, she see it like because I was using her like internet at the time. I was using her like accounts everywhere. I didn't really want to be online too much, so she was getting the notifications, and Lobo came up and she said, "You must buy this piece. This piece is special, and you need to look at this piece." And I was like, "Yeah, I love Lobo." I said, "I'm a big fan of Lobo," and she was like, "I think you should buy this piece and get the dog and all." So I did. Obviously, I love the piece anyway. But she's Lobo, Thanos, and Magneto are pretty strong pieces. So she's got. I trust her eye quite a bit. Certain pieces, obviously, she doesn't like Carnage comic. She fucking hates that. She don't like that at all.
Yeah.
So she's not right all the fucking time. She does make mistakes, but
well, she also got you.
Huh?
What? Huh?
What did you say?
What? I didn't say anything.
Cool.
And
Venom. XM Venom as well. That's her.
The only piece, Coulson does like the movie Hellboy. She really likes.
Yeah,
I was talking to Riali the other day, right? And do you know what you just don't see that that Hellboy comic version anymore, like for sale.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. That piece is fucking amazing.
Is it just me, or because I was like, I look at quite a lot of stuff on
It doesn't
eBay.
come up.
I
It
got like hundreds of searches. I go through them quite regularly, and I just like we were talking about Hellboy, and I was like, I don't remember seeing that for sale for quite a long time.
I'll tell you something.
So,
That's another one. That is another one. That piece for me is one of the best premium format pieces that Sideshow have made for me. I think that piece is really, really special. Really nice paint, really good switch outs, great mixed media on the coat, 2 fantastic portraits with the crown. And I'm talking about the regular here. I'm not talking about because I mean it's got a shit. I don't think it's a very good exclusive because it's a clenched fist to a slightly opened fist, so it's not really noticeable too much. But that's another regret. I mean, but again, sometimes with Sideshow, in fact, a lot with Sideshow, they make a piece and they make fuck all to go with it. Yeah. So you end up getting Hellboy and then nothing else. I mean, they made nothing else that I could have put with it. Because if they had have made some form of counterpart, some monster, anything like that I could have put next to it, I would have kept that Hellboy. But it didn't go with anything because it's like from a set of comics. So who is it? It's who's the comics?
Mike Mignola.
Mike is the artist, but who does Hellboy? It's like Image. Is it Image? Who's the comics?
No, it's not Image. It's I can't remember now. God, I've gone fucking
You
blank.
understand my point anyway. The whole universe of them comics, I haven't got any other character.
Is it Dark Horse? No.
Yeah, Dark Horse. It is Dark Horse. It's exactly well done. It is Dark Horse. But there's no other characters, no other like monsters or things I could put it with. So it ended up being a piece that sat on its own for it. I put it with Superman for ages. It was a bit
like BDPD or something?
Yeah.
BD, yeah, something like that. But yeah.
But my point is that if they had have done like the the fish man, what's his name? Like Abe. Yeah. They had have done him or the dude from the fucking movie, the dude with the blades and all of that. That that would have been a really cool piece with mixed media and stuff. The guy that they twist, they open him up. They twist his clock and then he comes alive and he's got them blades and he fucks everybody up. Are you listening to me or are you not listening?
I was listening and then someone sent me something quite interesting. So the guy with the blades. No, this is going on the chat in a minute. This is quite a good one.
No, I mean, even the comics, for me, they just didn't make a counterpart for that piece. So it ended up being a piece I kept putting with loads of other stuff. And as the DC corner got bigger and as the Marvel corner got bigger and the gaming section got bigger, he was getting pushed and pushed out because he was with no one. So it ended up being a piece I had to let go. But definitely regret selling that piece, to be honest. That and the Hulk on me kept.
I had one, and I never had it in my house, so that was the thing.
Because someone like you, because you don't give a fuck. That's what I love about you and the way that you collect in general. You're free. You don't care who goes with what or who's put with what. You just don't give a shit. You just don't care. For me, it bothers me to the point where I will literally sit up in the middle of the night and go, I need to go move Hellboy. I will get up at 3 a.m, come downstairs, pick him up, move him away, or change the angle. Something will bother me and it will tick. Just keep ticking in my head. And it bothers me to the point where I just get up and I'm like, fuck this. And that's why he ended up being sold. It's a shame, really. And you're right, it doesn't come up much. And I don't blame, because if people get that in, actually, people get that piece in. It's a very good piece, very, very good. I mean, it won fucking like a collectible of the year, some shit on that IGN. Is it IGN? What the fuck it was?
Well, IGN only did that like 1 year, and then they got bored of it.
Yeah, but still, it's the best.
IGN is like, IGN's pretty big. I mean, they do all the video games, don't they? So. No, it's like quite interesting to just come in.
Cool, good.
Nicholas is. Here you go. The surfer. Wait, hold on. Was it the surfer? Such boat head with all the teeth. Apparently, actually, we'll do the other thing first because my photos are in a certain order. So I've got to do these in a certain order, and then the motherfucker that's right at the end, isn't it? Oh, you cunt! What's it doing that for?
What are you going to say, you bellend?
No, I was going to go on to. So you said on the other chat anyway of what you got today. So do you want to do that one?
Yeah. The HMO Mega Man, Blue Mega Man has turned up today, so that piece is in, and it looks fucking fantastic. And I'm going to be taking it to Alex's next week for review, so we'll be getting that done. So I'm well happy with that. You know, big Mega Man fan from a kid. So you know, I played the original. I remember playing it at my auntie's house. Who had I don't know what other people's childhoods were like, but you know, my auntie had the biggest TV that I'd ever. It probably only was about fucking 30 inches at the time, but it was the biggest fucking television I'd ever seen. So you got to play my Nintendo games on it, and fucking Mega Man was like about that fucking big. I remember. In my house, he was like this fucking big, and it was quite large.
Didn't she? It was a projector, wasn't it?
Nah, it wasn't. I don't think it was. She just said, "There he is. There's my boy there." Yeah, man. Paint looked fucking sick. Come out really well. Saw the prototype when we were in Singapore, and the production piece is a fucking match. It's a shoe-in, so really happy. Yeah, everything come mint. I mean, I think the poster was a bit busted up in the fucking in the box, which is unfortunate. But other than how to put it together and shit, but other than that, coming really well.
That's him there. And then this basically has just come in. What's happened is apparently someone sent. So they sent a custom statue, which is a custom Silver Surfer. It was sent. I'm just trying to figure out which way it was sent from Hong Kong to Seattle.
Right.
And hold on, let me see which version it is. I think it's the one with all the teeth. Do you remember the one where I had that switch out head with all the teeth, which I didn't?
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah, it is that one. So where he's like really no, sorry, it's the one where he's really, really lunging forward, and he's got like the cosmic behind him. So
not
if I save that
the Carlissimo one.
No.
Not the
So 19. So if I do that, if I come back out of here, sorry. If I
then you fucking ducks in a row, you silly fuck, before you start getting involved in this.
Fuck off. People are sending me as I was going along, so fuck off. Bitch. So that one, do you see that?
Yeah, I've seen this before. I remember. Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, so basically this version, it's irrelevant which version it is anyway, but this version was sent to someone from Hong Kong to Seattle. Customs got hold of it.
Yes. Yep.
And basically sent a letter to say it's been seized. So this is an official notification that U.S. Customs and Border Protection has seized the property described below. The property was seized. The funny thing was, it was valued. It was valued at like fucking $1,900. Jesus.
Wait a minute. So the property was seized and is subject to forfeiture under the provisions 19 USC. The merchandise from Airway Bill blah 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 was seized for bearing a counterfeit or register. What the fuck is this? Why is that going on there?
Sorry.
Huh?
What's that again?
Why? I haven't got the picture now. I can't read it.
Oh, sorry. Can you see it now? Can you see it now?
Oh, I can see your fucking face. Why? What are you touching?
Oh, God. All right.
Honestly, I have a fucking monkey here.
Fuck off. I've got it on screen share, but I don't know why it's not coming up.
So basically, that's me again. Basically, they've taken this because it's a copyright of.
Well, I think what's happened is on the packaging on the box, they've basically put Marvel on there. They put Marvel, or they put Silver Surfer, or they put something to show, like, a copyrighted thing, and then Marvel or whoever have just gone. So the customs have just gone.
Yeah, look, one counterfeit Marvel character statue, Silver Surfer, appraised domestic value 1,000. Fucking hell, that's dear, isn't it? Description of trademark Marvel. Oh fuck.
Well, that's actually Disney, but Marvel Disney, but yeah.
Oh fuck, this is bad.
Well, not really, in a way. I mean, it's a bit like.
What do you mean, not fucking really? Of course, it's bad. It means basically now somebody's lost their fucking peace.
Well, there's the argument that it's fake. It's not licensed anyway. So there is an argument about that as well, isn't there? Where they would say, well, okay, if you want to buy fake items, then that's kind of going to happen. There is that kind of argument.
I don't know, man. This is a very hazy sort of line. It's a very dangerous sort of, I mean, if you live your life with a black and white code, then fucking fair play to you if you can do it with everything. But, very, very few people can. It's all about, what you consider to be what. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I always put it forward that, if Marvel didn't put such fucking restrictions on their stuff and it didn't get so fucking Disney babyish, then, maybe people wouldn't need custom heads and custom portraits and, where the characters actually resemble what we grew up watching. The times have changed now, and Marvel now is owned by Disney, and Disney have pussied a lot of the fucking people up a little bit too much. And that's quite hard for like a collector like me who would want. I want a smoking Gambit. I want a cigar smoking Wolverine. That's images that I remember. And if you're gonna like fuck all that around and be like, oh no, or you're gonna take the rifle away from Craven and all this other shit that they do, then you know what I mean. People will make customs and people will fill in those gaps. And if they do, for me,
well, I don't think it's an issue.
Marvel ain't my fight. Marvel ain't my fight. I don't know anybody there. I don't owe them anything. So for me, it's about my personal collection. I mean, I have limits. I have rules that I impose on myself. It would be easy for me to get recasted stuff because it's cheaper. I could get recasted, but for me, I find that that's unacceptable. In my that's where my lines are. But not everybody has the same fucking boundaries as everybody else. Some people won't buy anything like that. Some people will never watch a fucking pirated movie or anything like that. That's fine. More power to you.
Well, I guess it just means that when people make their customs, they just don't say it's a Silver Surfer on the box, or they don't say it's this or that, which is what they're, that's the problem, isn't it? If they're selling an unlicensed statue and they're saying it's a Silver Surfer, Marvel Silver Surfer, and they've got the Marvel logo on the box and they've got the Silver Surfer logo on the box, then they're using that branding. If they didn't have that, it probably would have got through.
Well, you don't know that, though. You're just chatting shit. How do you know what the fuck was the reason that they pulled it up?
Well, could be anything.
You're assuming. You're assuming. You're making a statement. Your statement is like a fucking sandcastle. It doesn't mean shit, and it's not worth nothing because, unfortunately, we don't know why they pulled it. They might have opened the box. They may have just like opened the box, see what it is, and seen it's a Silver Surfer and gone, it has no Marvel, we'll check or whatever. It's got no paperwork or anything that looks right or official. You don't know what they've done. I mean, common sense dictates that maybe it was written in the description, but then how would they know that it isn't a Marvel product if it just said Silver Surfer on it? How do they, if it says Marvel and Silver Surfer, how do they know it's not an official product?
Well, I guess there are ways of checking. I mean, if you go online, do Google searches and whatever.
Why am I looking at me twice? It's bothering me a bit. Is there a reason?
What do you mean? You're looking at you twice. What do you mean?
I can see me in the bottom right hand side. I can see me in the main screen for some reason. Like you've gone somewhere. I don't know what you're doing with screens, but you've made a right fucking mess or whatever this is.
Oh no, because I was going to go back onto the photos. But would you want to see me? Are you missing me? Is that better?
When I'm talking to someone, because I'm actually talking to you, and I'm not really. It's easier for me.
Oh, is that better for you?
Yeah, it's better. If they've opened up that bottom, or even if they've gone with the description, how do they know what's official and what's not?
I'm sure that they have their ways. I mean, again, I'm just assuming. So they could do like searches on Google. They could do. Maybe they have a contact at Marvel. I don't know. Maybe they'll message someone at Marvel and go, is this one of your fucking pieces of shit? So I don't know.
Do you not find this massively concerning?
Well, it could mean that, we're going to get more of our actual licensed products opened and fucked with more.
Dangerous.
Which you get anyway. But then again, I mean, the other week when that guy brought over the Punisher by Resin Mechanics, that was opened and fucked with, and it still got through.
Yeah, I mean, it just. I guess the real question is what's the highlight? What is highlighted to them? They need to check this. Is it the description, or is it? You might be right. It might be what's written down. Yeah. I know personally I only have a handful of custom pieces, but whenever I get sent anything by Aaron, he never fucking writes anything like that on the box anywhere.
Yeah.
Which is obviously, I don't know what the Punisher paperwork may have said as well, though. But that's my point. I guess the real question is, what the fuck is going to happen to this guy's thing? What are they going to do? Just seize and take his money? That's it. Gone.
That's gone. Yeah, that's gone.
But they're not. They're going to reimburse him his investment, or is it just a case of they ain't? Are they?
Why would they reimburse him for a counterfeit product?
Oh fuck, that's well bad.
But I guess then now that's an issue between him and the person who released that custom piece.
That's a messy conversation, isn't it? That shit.
Well, in a way, not really, because if you buy something from person A and you're person B, and the item never arrives to person B, you haven't got it. Doesn't matter what's happened in the middle.
Yeah, but you see, this again, that is a nice black and white way of thinking. But other people,
that's the thing is, if you go on an official route and you buy an official item, if you go on eBay and you buy an item and it doesn't arrive to you, no matter what happens in the middle, if it hasn't arrived to you, you haven't got it as the customer. You get your money back.
Yeah, I mean, this is why we always advise people as well, don't we? We had a conversation recently with somebody who used somebody in the middle, and that just is never smart.
That's never smart. That's
unless it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing again. Yeah, the issue was that someone thought that the shipping was too expensive to get it sent from the person A to them, to them. So they said, well, send it to my friend who's in the same state and he'll ship it to me cheaper. So then when that then turns up broken to person B, or which I can't even remember what letter I'm doing now.
C. It would be person C, wouldn't it?
Well, no, person C would have sent it. But anyway, A to B, but then C gets involved. C sends it to B, but then, if it turns up then, but you've had your friend ship it in the middle when it's broken, then that's not person A's fault anymore.
Well, you also you caused the issue to be more cloudy, isn't it? So people can turn around and they can say, the person A can turn around and say, well, hold up a minute, I sent it to this, he's fucked with it, or someone's fucked with it because it wasn't like that when I sent it to you. And that creates the doubt, and that's the problem. That's why, really, if you can get it direct, you should get it direct or use somebody.
Well, that's the issue. That's the issue, basically, with
XM.
A company like XM. Because XM have licensing issues in certain regions, people use resellers. So you'll buy it from a reseller. The thing is that reseller has gone to XM to collect it. and then that reseller has decided to use DHL, TNT, or whoever they've used. So then if that turns up and it looks like someone's taken a shit on the box and it's broken, it's not XM's fault. Which I've had this conversation with someone before about it. They said that their Ghost Rider was broken, and they tried to get a replacement. They contacted XM directly, and XM said, "You need to contact the guy you bought it off of because we didn't send it to you." It's the same as someone buys something from Sideshow, and then you buy it off them, and they want to get it sent to their house first before Sideshow send it to you. That it's not Sideshow's fault anymore. It's just anyway. So we've deviated again, but
it's important because it's important though because it's the same discussion, isn't it? It's the same point. You're buying a custom from one place, and it's about who's responsible when this type of shit happens. It's an important conversation because some poor fucker might have just paid $2,000 for that piece. Now it becomes an issue where either the custom guy has to send him another piece, which is, I agree with you, black and white. He should do that without any questions. It should be, don't worry, bro, I'll send you another one. You may have to wait, but that's fine. You know, you may have to wait for me to like make another one or do whatever else or whatever. But it needs to happen because that guy's just he's paid his money and he's waited, and this is what's happened.
Or likely they'll get refunded because they'll be like, "Yeah, I ain't sending it to Seattle again."
Exactly. Well, there's that point as well. Jesus Christ. I mean, it rains like fucking about 85% of the time in that fucking place. Maybe they ain't got nothing better to do but open everyone's shit and see what's going on. I mean, fucking hell. If it was sunshine outside, you'd be like, oh, fuck it.
I was in Seattle for like 6 days. It didn't rain once.
Is it like?
I think it rained. Yeah, it's meant to. Yeah, it's meant to be like here in London. But it rains. It's raining. It was raining. I think at night. It rained like when we were sleeping, and then we woke up and it was well sunny. It was really nice. I really liked. From what I saw of Seattle, the weather was perfect.
I'll always love Seattle because I'm a little bit soft on Fraser Crane. I love watching Fraser. So, I mean, but that's how I know it from the rain is something like because he's like a therapist, isn't it? And he says he has to work so much harder because it like rains like 85% of the time over there. So it's like it rains like it's meant to rain quite a lot. It's meant to be one of them places. I don't know. I've been there, but. Maybe if it was a nice sunny day, the guy would go be like, oh, fuck it, just let this box pass me by. Sad though, man. I hope that guy gets it. I hope whoever bought that gets that sorted. I would like to know the updates of it. So if you're out there and it's you, man, definitely get in contact with us and let us know your outcome because it's important to know what sort of shit, how you get treated when that sort of shit happens.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about. Again, it's again. I mean, it is all an assumption, but it's about like if it's got all the art boxes, prints on the thing. I've seen custom pieces with better art boxes than some of the fucking licensed pieces.
Oh yeah, totally agree with you, 100%. Yeah.
They're putting on the stamp of that company's property. So but then again, if you've got that's the tough side again. If you've got something that looks really official and made really well. How are they going to? If it's no, it's just you got like something and it says on it edition size 40. I guess all it takes now is a quick Google search. I guess if you Google Silver Surfer statue blah 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 with whatever's on the box, it's probably going to come up and it's going to say custom project or something, isn't it?
I really don't know, but I'm very interested to know exactly that because that's a good question. Is it better that pieces? I mean, Ray Perez's stuff doesn't come with any art boxes or anything like that at all, and I've never had any issues. But obviously, this is the real question. I mean, when it's got all them stamps over it, is that more of a red flag, or is it more that it looks the way that Ray Perez's stuff comes, which is just like a normal box styrofoam, and then you open it and your pieces in there? I mean, that's the real question, I guess, more than anything else.
Someone here says like, if someone privately commissions something, the copyright is not applicable. if it's promoted or labeled as a Marvel product, then yes. But if it says custom Silver Surfer, it doesn't fall afoul of copyright. Whereas if someone's written Marvel Silver Surfer, it'll basically a custom piece you make, then it sells differently because someone pages. But apparently, if you write Marvel Silver Surfer, then it's going to flag. But if you write custom Silver Surfer, apparently it won't. So this person's trying to say.
Well,
but
definitely, no, it's definitely good to get all these opinions. So, yeah, man, I don't know. That's a bit of a shit on my cornflakes, really. It definitely won't make me sleep any easier, knowing if I get anything fucking in, I definitely need to be careful about what shit's written down.
I guess, I mean, that saves, the saving probably won't be passed on to people anyway, but that means that now they're going to do less art boxes. And say, I very much doubt the saving is going to be passed on to the customer. But anyway, let's go on to these pictures. Got loads of pictures. Can you see this or no? Can you? No? Okay.
It takes a bit of time sometimes.
No, I think if I go like that, you're going to get the infinity screen. Oh, do you know there's like a new infinity comic, and the variant is like an infinity gauntlet?
No.
I saw it the other day, but it was like £8, so I didn't buy it.
Oh, that's nice. Fucking hell.
No, because I was going to look on eBay. So yeah, that's that one. Oh yeah, they're talking about customs. This is the flash I just got. These are not my pictures though, because my pictures didn't come out very well. So these are Martin Williams pictures. So thank you,
forward to
Williams.
reviewing this. I'm very much looking forward to seeing this.
So yeah, this is the one. I've just basically that's the Taurus Studios helmet there as well.
Yeah.
And down there just to show you what it looks like, because again, my pictures were not very flattering. I just can't take pictures. I suck at it.
Look how fucking good that looks with them there, man. That's such a really good. That's just like fantastic. Someone has actually thought about that and thought what's missing, and they've done exactly what was needed. You know, it's got environmental base like the others. It's a museum pose like the others. It's the right scale, the right size. I think that's fantastic. I think that's really fucking clever. I think that's so clever. This is probably the most, thought out, custom in terms of what is missing from, they keep making all these characters in the DC PF line, but they leave out some real fucking important ones. Keep making all sorts of shit. They don't. I mean, Flash really should have been made ages ago. Ago. When Wonder Woman fucking came out, Flash should have been right next to her. And I think they've missed the trick doing that. And I think this is filling in that gap. That's a nice print and all.
Yeah, the print is the top print. I just got. Do you see all those can you see my arrow?
Yes, mate. Yeah.
All of these pieces there.
All gold.
They're all gold, and it's actually a licensed print.
I think it's fucking awesome, and I really dig it, man. I don't know if I like Unmasked more. I'm really liking Unmasked Portrait at the moment.
For me, it's the. I'll tell you what looks better than I thought. The wisps look better than I thought they would.
I really like the look of this. I really, really like this.
I tell you what doesn't look right. What doesn't look right is when you put the helmeted head on with him holding the helmet. It just doesn't really look right. I can't figure why. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like
my print. My print's fucked. My print got fucked up a little bit though.
So ask for another one.
Yeah, I've done to fuck off. No joking. They said he's going to try and find them.
Good lad. Yeah, this I saw this Adam Warlock. I quite like the look of it. Why am I still looking at this?
Oh man, chill. This is the Adam Warlock. By Bushy. Who's that head? Do you know who the head is behind?
Yeah, it's what do you call it? It's fucking. It's like the main dude. What is it? Infinity? Is it Infinity? Or the main elemental guy?
Oh,
It's Infinity, isn't it?
I think I know who you're talking about, but I don't think it's Infinity.
It is. Yeah. It's that dude. He's always like he's just an outline of stars. And he's got a face like that. Got Eternity. Yeah, that's it. Maybe it's Eternity. Yeah.
Eternal.
Eternity, yeah.
No, the Eternal something.
No. No, because there's you've got like a few of them in you. I mean, it is late over here. We've just done a fucking 3-hour chat and we're back on here again. So but there's like the tribunal, isn't there?
Eternal
there's the thing
forever.
you try. There's no, you fucking idiot.
Forever.
No, shut up, woman. It's that's Eternity, like you said. And then there's loads of them. There's Death is the other one, isn't there? And then there's the Living Tribunal.
That's what I was thinking of.
Like a few others. For some reason. The Living Tribunal is one of them, but that one with the stars all on his face and the double. You see how half of his head is like blue and the other half is all the stars. That's definitely like it's either I think it's Eternity or Infinity. It's one or the other. But he's one of the powerful beings. It's funny because in Infinity War, which I'm reading at the moment in the comics, he's been put out of commission by Magus. You know, the dark or ego of Adam Warlock. So I like the fact that they've used this in the base nodded this into the base, which is nice. He's basically been taken out of commission. He's been monged out. He's been like put to like in some sort of vegetative state.
He's
by Magus.
Yeah, sounds like you're in a fucking vegetative state.
He's late.
So this is basically Helsing went up for pre-order. We spoke about that on the Wonderfest chat, so we won't on that too much. Tokyo Ghoul was announced, so they're doing the diorama for Tokyo Ghoul. I did actually watch the Tokyo Ghoul movie, and it was pretty bad. So I've been told to go watch the series. It got a bit weird.
Ain't Kaneki from Greece?
Kaneki, yeah.
I was going to say Kaneki versus Jason.
Okay, so then this is basically HMO are making their beastly beauties into quarter scale statues. So this is the siren. So it's got like a clear resin kind of holding it up. I think it's really nice.
It's like out of water. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah,
I like the concept of that
really
from
cool.
there. I mean, obviously it's early, but I mean the way they made Morrigan and stuff like that, man, you got to keep your eye on what they're doing, especially as well with the Ren as well. It was nice.
For sure.
So
yes.
This comes out well.
I think we showed these last week at the end, but I can't remember. But these are the Monster Hunter pieces that Connecticut's are making.
Don't know if it's just me or you, but that weapon is slightly oversized.
It looks like she's took a chunk of him out, though, isn't it?
Is that what that is? Looks like it could be a part. It's got like feathers and shit on it. Maybe it's like a weapon that she's.
It looks like it looks like she's got like scales. There is like little things feathers there, and then if you look at like the side of his face here, it looks like she's like slashed like that off or something.
Could be, man. Could very much be. It's a great spot if it is. Isn't late for you, man. If you've picked that
no, it looks like it's all welded together. Unless it's like you use the dragon scale as like a weapon.
Oh, it's a leg.
No, it looks like maybe the dragon scale is used as a weapon. I don't know. Anyway, so that's that. Yeah.
He needs to upgrade his weapon. He's going into a fight with a fucking fan in his hand.
And then you got the there's all the angles there for it. I'm not sure. I mean, this looks like it's going to be quite big.
This looks crazy. Really big. I'm impressed with this level of project being put out by Connecticut's, man. They're really upping their games. Good.
Oh yeah. So basically,
good.
What happens is you kill the monsters and you can make the weapons out of their pieces.
Ah, sweet.
So this is the exclusive, which is Palico. I had to pick that up and check and read that. This is a custom Cyclops by who was this one? This one is Mac Collectibles, so MAC.
Mm.
There you go.
Sculpt, nice man. Body sculpt looks fucking nice. Love the bicep.
I like the. I'm quite surprised they haven't done this before with the optic blast before. I actually do think
what with it, like clear resin coming out of his face.
Yeah. I think it looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
I think it looks amazing. Yeah, I really like it.
So that's before and after.
Before and after. What does that fucking mean? They've slimmed him down.
I don't know. I'm trying to see what the difference. Yeah, it looks like his arm looks smaller, doesn't it? And his lat looks smaller.
I like my guy, beefy man. I kind of like the before one.
Yeah, but Cyclops ain't beefy, is he?
He's pretty fucking beefy, man. If you read any comics with Jim Lee, he's a big one. I mean, it depends on. No, well, I don't know. It depends on people. You know what I mean? But I've got to be honest. I'm getting fucking sick and tired of people like thinking that a character looks one particular way. He really doesn't. It depends who you read, when you read it, what suit he was wearing, how big, how thin, who drew him. You know, all that. Yeah. It's all completely different. You know, trying to say a certain type of a character is the right way is like fucking the most stupid statement you can say, because it's drawn so many different ways by so many different people. Mm. Who's to say which one is really, Cyclops?
They well slimmed his fucking legs out. Look at that.
No.
Jesus Christ! Look at the size of his fire there compared to there.
Yeah, in the one on the right, it looks like. No, the one on the right looks like that dude in the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. What's his name? The little fucking goat guy. The little goat guy that meets fucking, what's her name in for a little cup of tea.
Yeah, isn't it a fawn?
Yeah, it's a fawn. Yeah. The only thing, I go back that one though, right? The only thing I always think, I don't know if you think it as well, but it looks to me like maybe his torso should be ever so slightly twisted one way or the other. It looks, I don't know with the leg pose and stuff, I don't know if he should be like facing me, turned a little bit towards me. It just looks a little bit stiff. It just looks a little bit stiff, a little bit awkward, a little bit strange. I would like to see the top half of that torso just turned ever so slightly so that he's maybe looking more towards me, not right at me, but probably like in between me and the direction he's facing.
Yeah,
I would really like that. I really like the twist in the torso.
I agree with Dwayne. I agree with Dwayne, and I think this is built more like a Cable than a Cyclops.
Built more like Cable?
More like a Cable physique than a Cyclops physique.
I don't know, man. For some of the stuff that I used to read with the Jim Lee 90 stuff, he was big Cable, very Cyclops. I mean, I wouldn't say bulky, but just like really muscular. So I don't know. It's a hard one. I really like it though. I would like to see that torso just turned ever so slightly.
That's quite cool. Yeah.
I really like it. Yeah, I think that looks great.
Oh, I got a screaming head. I like a screaming head.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks cool.
I really like the screaming head, yeah.
probably would go with the non-screaming with the no resin, and then the screaming with the resin.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
It's just getting.
So
It's
like
just
not
about
that.
to. Like the layer is about to do it, and then he
Yeah, that
screams
way,
as
and
he's
then the
doing
other
it.
one,
Yeah,
open mouth and screaming, and the things coming out. Yeah, man, I dig it.
I don't like the screaming without.
Yeah, same. I agree. I agree.
Screaming with that one without.
Yeah,
And then
100%.
wasn't there another one? There
Love
was
the
another
arm
one.
though.
So.
I love the muscularity. Real nice.
Then you got the again. This is Mac, and this is the Spider-Man. So this is just like a color render of that.
Like
So
the
Spider-Man,
pulling the mask off. That's quality. That is, isn't it?
yeah.
I like that.
It is cool. And then you got the camera on the top there. I think they've done a really good job of this. But I know what you're saying
Tell you what,
about this is quite similar to the Island Studios, but
yeah, I just think the window breaking out and the pillars and the, you know what I mean, and I think the pose and stuff is very similar. But I'll tell you something. For free. That photo there that Peter Parker's taking with him without his mask on, that's getting deleted pretty quick.
yeah, J. Jonah Jameson would love to see that shit.
I can't see Spider-Man's identity revealed being the headline that week, to be honest.
What's this one? There's like a ripped mask as well.
Probably a little bit of a nod to Spider-Man 2.
Is it 2?
Which is a fantastic.
The end of 1. I thought it was the end of 1 where it gets ripped or not.
And 2 as well. He always fucked up. And he's all fucked up in all of them. 1 and 2, he's all ripped and fucked up. No, I like it, man. It's nice. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, the Iron Studios one, the finish wasn't there. So this isn't something this isn't an untouchable piece. If they can release this and do it justice and make it look the way, the Iron Studios ones really should have done, without the cheap parts and looking like, it was, a Meccano fucking set put together, then you're going to be all right.
Well, the Iron Studios one, I mean, I hadn't seen it since recently. And the problem with it was that exact same thing where it's made up of loads of parts, but they're not really connected very well. And the one I saw, it had like blue tack holding it together because the piece didn't hold together very well. And it literally had like, I can't remember, I think it was the steps. They were like rested on this, and like it was really literally you would be really worried about having it on display. Just It
just was full of cheap parts, that broke and fucking. You try and stick things in and it splintered and snapped, and it's a shame really, because I think, to be honest with you, Iron Studios rushed the production. I think they saw that their name was getting out there for all the right reasons, and they thought, we're going to kill it with this Spider-Man, and they rushed it. They rushed it. They rushed the release.
It could also
very quickly.
It could also be that what happened was their Captain America and their Iron Man were low edition sizes, and then what happened was the Spider-Man was quite a high edition size because they were distributing through Sideshow. Maybe Sideshow pressured them to get it out quicker. I don't know.
Maybe, but I also know that I think that from them showing concepts and things like that it was released, like it was out within like 12 months, and even
no, it was 6.
From
pre-order, it was 6 months after pre-order.
That's insane. I mean, now we're getting into this thing where the pieces are majority done now before pre-orders go up, so that this happens. This is a new thing though that people are trying to do. But back then when this come out, I mean, 6 months is unheard of. I think it was wrong, and I think they paid for it because I think they weren't established enough to get away with something like that. They just weren't. They needed to do a few sensible, smooth transactions, no breakages, no fucking bad reputation. You've got to have a few sensible hits before you you know, and if you stumble, then you fuck up. That's okay. You'll be forgiven. But I think the Iron Studio Spider-Man really damaged them. So I mean, this one, you know, I hope it comes out, you know, nice.
Well, I think what happened as well with Iron Studios was they had the issues with the Spider-Man, and then when they had the issues with the Spider-Man around the same time, it was then shown that they fucked up with all the edition sizes. So on the Captain America and the Iron Man, they had Australian exclusives, which didn't have any extra parts, but a different like part underneath the base. And then they released like another couple of hundred of each. And it was just like,
that was a
bad
shitty thing to do.
Yeah,
you ain't getting away with that. You ain't getting fucking away with that. In this community, you having a laugh. Nah, no fucking chance. That was a stupid move.
All right, so Guile is going to be up from Pop Culture Shock soon. Rumor has it, I cannot confirm or deny, but it's happening. But there's going to be one which is going to be like 20 edition size. So on day one, if you want a super rare like Street Fighter piece, you have to get in there because 20 edition size is unheard of in this hobby now.
For a license, please, you're having a laugh.
Yeah.
You see numbers like that again.
No,
well,
I think
what's PCS fair play.
What's happening is Pop Culture Shock are going to try and do it from now on, where you're going to get these rare pieces, very rare pieces that they're going to release.
But this is what happens when two people that take over a company actually, you know, one of them is like collectors. So you're going to get things like this happening, which is great. This is what we want to see. I mean, it's going to suck for like fucking 100 people, probably 200 people that would really want this, you know, from the other. Yes, but you know, that's how it goes. I mean, it used to be back in the day that PCS released things and they were fucking gone, like in hours. They were finished, they were gone, and that's what they're trying to get back. And you know, hopefully they can.
Yeah, Warhawk Legends. No, it's not Jerry anymore. He sold his company, so he's creative director, but he's not the owner. So,
yeah, that's right. Concentrating on doing all that stuff
right.
He can do really well.
Sideshow just posted this, and after seeing the Mumra, I was like, "What the fuck?"
This looks shit.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm looking at that, like the Mumra that we saw, you know, a couple of weeks ago, whatever it was, a month ago, was great. You know, the Mumra looked really awesome. It looked so impressive. It looked like, you know, that is great for a line. It's a great start. It's going to go perfectly with the He-Man, Skeletor, that line. And then this is now shown. And for me, personally, I'm like, what the fuck is that? He's too lean, and his neck, where his head is, something looks really off. His pose is just really. I can see what he's doing. He's jumping. He's going to double hand and slash down, but it just looks totally wrong to me. I just don't like it.
I think he could be doing the sight thing that they do, because he looks like he's on top of a mountain or something. Maybe he's going to put it to his eyes and look through it. But for me, his face is completely emotionless. It looks like he's reading, you know, fucking, I don't know, Secret Garden, and he's, you know, he's in the middle of action, and I just think his face is very muted, very much like nothing. I mean, there's no emotion going on in that face. Just looks awful. And
it'd be great to have like a mouth open screaming head, like a cat screaming head.
Maybe it will do, but to be honest with you, even if they were to fix that small part of the portrait, there's something going on with there's something wrong with the arms. There's something wrong with the whole anatomy of this piece. Looks fucked to me.
We've got like quite a few comments. Quite a few comments coming in now. Actually, we've got. It looks like Chewbacca had a shave and put on some makeup. Looks like the Grinch.
It does. Yeah, Grinch. Good shout. Real good shout.
Reminds me of the Wizard of Oz. So I'm assuming he means the actual line in that as well. Where are we? It looks like Jim Carrey Grinch. Yeah, someone else says that as well.
It does look like Jim gets
he's
a great
someone in the sort of omen. The biker shorts look wrong. It looks like.
You know what's funny?
It looks like Bonzo the Clown had sex with a cat in the hat. Yeah.
Do you know what the problem is as well? If you look at it, it looks to me like his chest is pointing to the ceiling. Yeah. Yeah. But his shoulders look like he's leaning forward. The anatomy on this is absolutely fucked. Like the posture on this, it just looks really confusing.
Yeah.
It doesn't look right at all. Certainly from the bottom of the lats up is a bit of a mess.
Someone says it looks like the kid in Jumanji when he got turned into a monkey.
It's a good show. That's not bad either as well. Stop crying, Peter.
So yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty bad.
After seeing Mumra and being pretty happy with Mumra, this for me is a huge letdown.
I think it's a Magneto moment. Need to scrap this and start again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that bad. I'll just drop it. I don't think it's fixable, even if you change the portrait over. If that is the piece, though, is that actually the piece, or is that just a sketch or art bit? Before I start going crazy about this,
it looks like some kind of render, doesn't it?
Hopefully, that's just an image thing, and the piece don't look like that. I swear to God, though, if that is the statue, and it's like put on some funny background, oh my God. They need to Magneto the fuck out of that. Take that away. Change his head. Sort out the pose. Change the anatomy, the position. But maybe someone will like it. Maybe someone will buy it.
If someone's bought Mumra and they got OCD like you, they're either going to ditch Mumra or they're going to buy that just to go with it.
This would cause me to cancel Mumra. That's what I would go the other way. But that's me. I would want them paired like this, and if it was a really weak pairing, I would drop the other one. It's too competitive now. You can't afford to do things like this. You just can't afford it. For someone like me, there's other pieces, there's other lines I could go into. Certainly in 1/5. Try and get some of the Mythos stuff in. Try and get the turtles in. There's loads of other good shit at 1/5 if I wanted 1/5. I wouldn't waste my time. I really think the mum roll was special, but you need a good counter. Me personally, I need a good counterpart, and if there isn't one, then I can't have the other one. I would probably do mum roll and Skeletor. That would be my pairing though. That's how I would do it. I wouldn't bother with him.
Well, there was a comic not long ago, and they paired up, and
right in between them.
Mumra kills He-Man. Mumra fucks up He-Man, basically kills him. Yeah. Anywho, so this is the new Captain America. So we're just going to skim through these. This went up for pre-order today.
Sweet.
So
really,
they're there. Someone was saying that they're asking whether the shield comes off and magnetizes onto the back. That would have been a great touch.
Yeah.
Has he got like a weird lean though? I don't know.
I think there's a very
like the way.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I can't help but see the Superman torso in there. Not in regards to just the pose. I think that from the waist up, it's a little similar to the Superman, especially from there. That looks like
from that angle. From that angle, it's just a bit. With Superman, you kind of might get away with it because he's kind of maybe landing, maybe taking off, maybe doing something. But I don't know. From that angle, I don't like it. But other angles, I don't mind it. But
very catwalk. It's like a bit like a catwalk, isn't it? It's like a modelling pose, like Zoolander.
Yeah. From that angle, I like it, but I don't know.
It's one of them funny things though as well, because it's like it's just full of detail. I mean, it's absolutely crammed full of textures, full of detail on the sculpt. It just looks nuts. I mean, it's definitely the most detailed Captain America that I've ever seen.
Yeah,
and I like that a lot about it. I think in person, this piece will be very, very impressive. I mean, it isn't particularly big, like 21 inches. It's not. It isn't. I mean, it isn't a giant. You're going to put this in your setup with like a 25-inch Superman and a, this, that, and the other, and he isn't a very big piece. But look at that. Look at the texturing on that, the
yeah.
smoothness, the red lines, and then you got
You
that.
got the
You got that nice.
pouches, got the smoothness there. You got the stitching here, and you got like it's
Crease.
broken up with stitching there, and it's like
It's
a
very,
gauze. You can't, yeah,
yeah,
really cool.
beautifully
And then
tech. I
also you
mean,
got the you got like that breathable stuff there on his crutch. You see like there where it's got the holes in there, and it's got like, yeah, it's really nice.
like, but I mean, I think in person, this is what this is going to do. Pictures is very difficult. My problem, like I told you, I think that the pose is a little bit camp, but I love them. I love the muscularity of it. Or I love how built he is. They've really. I mean, he's big. That's a big Captain America. That's a jacked up cap. I love the seriousness of the face. I mean, from certain angles, it looks fantastic. I mean, personally, like I said on the other chat, like I see the Carnage comic type situation with this piece. I
Well,
think it isn't.
The Carnage is more. Oh, are you talking about the pose or what?
No, I
I
don't
was going to
mean
say the
pose.
Carnage comic pose is similar, but just a lot more exaggerated.
I don't mean pose. What I mean is that if you are like a Captain America comic book fan or classic Captain America fan, this may not be something you want. I reckon this is going to scream at people that are not huge comic book Captain America fans. They're going to want something that looks, more updated, more modern, and fucking badass. I think he looks fucking badass as like, but it's just not a comic Captain America for me. I've got the Sentinel one, and I'm happy with that. That's a monumental sort of Captain America, which I really like. But like I say, with the Carnage comic, it may not be. When you look at the comics and you read them, he doesn't have all that muscle sort of texture, and he isn't quite as violently big and stuff like that. But I'm not a huge comic book Carnage fan, so I really love the piece, and I think this Captain America is going to do the same thing. I think you're going to get the same division. You're going to get people saying, "Oh no, it has to be the OG, or it has to be the OG XM, and it has to be the this, that, and the other." But I think this will be a piece that
Captain Pajamas.
When you do get it in hand, I think this is a piece that if you put next to any of the others, I think this piece will be better. I think if you're just looking at the craft, the amount of work and skill that has gone into making this piece, I think it will be the best Captain America out there. But it just isn't a classic comic book Captain America. Does that make sense, what I'm saying? Or is it just too late and I'm waffling shit?
I kind of get what you're saying, but then it's too late and I'm not really listening. I'm joking. No, I understand what you're saying.
The only thing that I find quite disappointing is that Hydra sign is on the back, because I really like that. Or is it Shield? It's either Hydra or Shield. I think it's Shield, actually. I can't remember. It's on the back of the base, just underneath that right foot. I think it's the big Shield sign there. Yeah, that. That would look. That's really nice. That I'd really like to have seen that on the front. Some really fine detail. That I really like that. But I think if people out there are looking for a badass cap that's going to sit in and the statue is going to be amazing, I think this is the cap to buy.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to see this in person. I was trying to get Gary to buy one, but he wasn't biting.
Fuck. You can't get Gary to buy. We're all in trouble.
Yeah.
You can't get Gary to. We're fucked. We're all fucked. Get Riali. Right. Riali's fucking. He doesn't buy anything. Got to get that fucker spending some dough.
Just going to buy Ivy, and then he wants to buy Moon Knight now.
Oh, that's a good choice. They're two good choices.
Yeah. All right. So the next one is Harley.
Wallace has
Harley
got to buy
Quinn.
this, isn't he? Surely James Wallace is
No,
buying
really,
that
he's
cat.
got the original, so I don't know who he is. But you got
Yeah, but that's
the
crap. Proper
that's
cat.
from the back. It's gone the wrong way around. Then you got the unmasked and the masked. There you go. I think this looks really nice. I think this looks really impressive, actually. Interchangeable masks. So this is the regular. You get two heads, and the exclusive is that pop-up Batman.
It's quite cool.
Yeah,
With the little Chester things on his neck. It's really cool. And his little face, his pissed off face.
That's the Joker.
I think I like the Joker a lot more than I do the Ivy. The Ivy, fuck the Harley Quinn. I'm not sure about that. I think again, it's one of them super dynamic poses that you just doesn't transcend as well in photos as it may look in hand. What I do love is the base and the wooden slats and the paint and everything else. I think it looks wicked. The paint job looks fucking crazy, but the prototypes always do.
Yeah,
I prefer
I
the
like
Joker,
it.
to be honest. Yeah,
I like the Joker as
I
well. The
prefer.
Joker looks really, really dynamic, but I do still really like her as well. I think that pose is really cool. Again, from the angle, I think that could be a leaner, but hopefully it's not.
That looks fantastic from there. But the thing is with that, if you go back to the picture just before the things, if the hammer is heavy, it's going to hold the center is going to be fine.
Yeah,
You see
balance
what I mean?
out.
Because the hammer's behind her, so it will balance it well. I mean, it does look like it's violent, but I agree on that picture itself. The pose looks fantastic. It looks great there.
Yeah, the
Love
bulbs
the
look great.
lights on the base and they look fantastic. Yeah, like glass
Mm.
bulbs, they look great. The barrel, no, it looks like that's going to blow up. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. That
Got the
looks great.
broken light bulb behind her foot. I like it. I do. I think that looks
What's
really
that
nice.
saying? What's that
You
saying?
say it says Fun H.
Fun.
It's like
Yeah,
Fun
fun house, isn't
House.
it? Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. It is really cool, dude. It is super cool.
That's cool. I like that. Got to get one of the guys to buy it. Wallace, pick it up, yeah?
He's got the originals, mate.
Yeah, it's, you got a Bud and Lou on there as well. On the hammer.
What's that?
Bud and Lou are hyenas.
Oh, okay. I never knew that. Well done, bro. I never knew that.
Yes, I only know it from the statue with, I can't remember who made it, but it's quite. I remember
I know.
Gina got it, and she's got two hyenas, and one's got a stick of dynamite in his mouth.
I know exactly what one you're talking about. It's quite a cool looking piece. It's like a different kind of look, but it looks great.
I think it's DC Direct. I think it's DC
Yeah, it's a
Direct.
really nice piece. I remember that. Yeah.
Or DC Collectibles, or oh no, sorry. Dwayne says it's Tweety Heads,
Yeah, it could be Twitter heads.
but that's a nice piece.
Finger looks wonky as fuck there.
Oh, it's got a little finger up.
No, it's like a second finger in. That looks
Oh
well.
yeah.
But I don't know if it's angle again. It's probably the angle
Oh
that I'm
yeah.
looking at. Like she broke her hand.
Yeah, it does look like that, doesn't it?
I think it's just the angle though. I think it's the angle. I think the non-blonde I think looks a bit better. That one seems to fit the pose a little bit more. I think I like it. I think it looks not like it's not something I'd buy.
No, I like it. I do like it. I think that one looks good.
Yeah, it does. It does look good. Neither of them look bad. But
Then you got this custom Ant-Man by Stoneworks. So basically, you get this is the smaller one. So what you do is you get the quarter scale statue, and then you get the small statue with it. This is the small statue that comes with it, and then he's like he's got a bullet or something, and he's got all the ants on it. And then that's the larger one. So they got the same pose, but it's like You got the masked, unmasked.
The classic mask and the modern mask, yeah.
I keep switching between the two.
Okay.
You get the big one and the small one anyway. This is their Two-Face. I don't think he's going to be able to keep the coin in the air like
that. Yeah, that's pushing it.
This is This is just a mock-up so far. This is going to be their Old Man Logan versus Maestro. So
yeah, I don't know. They need to open him up.
Well, this is based on a cover.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care what it's based on. At the end of the day, 3D doesn't always work from a 2D concept, and that's you know that looks really. It looks like he's about to be crucified.
Okay, so I think that's it actually.
You know them, like, to get your arms, your elbows that like high and turned is like really awkward as you know, it feels like someone's behind him, like lifting him up. Unless Maestro's standing behind him, snapping his fucking arms behind his back. It just there's something up with that.
Unintentionally, actually, I wore my Ant-Man t-shirt as well.
I was wondering what that was, what the t-shirt that was. I thought it was like Ultron or something.
It was Ant-Man, yeah.
I didn't really like that film.
So, no, it was a bit. There were some funny parts in there, but overall, yeah. I mean, Black Panther's being received very, very well. Getting very, very good, reviews. People are really, really enjoying it. Some people are saying it's the best Marvel movie ever, but then again, I'm pretty sure people say it every single time. So yeah, but let me just have a quick look through the messages, see whether there's anything important.
Of any relevance. What's going on in the comments as well?
What's this? Someone called Stephen Lee is sending me a message. I don't know who he is. What the fuck? Okay, someone sent me a message to say, please join my group.
Yeah, he clearly don't know you.
Oh, I won't be joining it.
Well, I don't want you in my group.
I think I told him already not to spam the group with he kept posting like his link to his group, and I said, yeah, can you actually post something rather than just posting your group every 5 minutes? I think it was that guy who said, I'm going to be in Japan for Wonderfest. Join my group, and you can see my videos.
Oh right. Oh yeah, I'm going to show you videos and stuff and all that. So come and join. We should have joined really because we didn't see fuck all.
Probably should have joined this group. Yeah, maybe he actually had something because no one else fucking did. Jesus, what was it? Oh, fucking! I delete his best. Oh no, it's here. I'm going to join his group now to see whether he's actually got anything. I should have done. He should have sent me that before the fucking chat, shouldn't he? Damn it.
Yeah.
Do you think Sideshow would scrap Lino? I don't think they'd scrap it. They're not really like her,
they may. The thing is,
they may tweak it, but they wouldn't scrap it.
Never underestimate the power of people. If enough voices are heard, you know, things happen. You just need to look at Magneto, what they did with that. Everyone just went, yeah, that shit. And then they did all the Sideshow live and all that with it, and all, you know, they showed it and flirted with it for ages, and it was not received well. They went and fucked about with it and turned it into something a lot better than what it was. And then you look at pieces like the DC stuff, and you look at all the edition size of the DC stuff, and they're ludicrous. Like, as you know, really high. And then you look at pieces like, I don't know, like Killer Croc or Bane. You know what I mean? And they're low ESs, and they're low ESs because the interest just was not there. You know, if you don't jump in on day one and you don't rave and you don't go fucking crazy, you know, things can happen. Things can change very drastically and very fast if You know, people seem to believe that they have, you know, the worst mistake is to think you don't have a voice and you don't have any power, because if enough people say this is no good, they'll go back and have to change it, or they won't sell it. You know, it's like I got a comment. I think it was Kevin Andalena showed a picture of his Thanos and had a broken knee and all this, and he was really broken leg, and he was like pissed off about the maquette and saying, you know, it's still fucking, you know, shipping still crap and the styrofoam's still crap. And I just, you know, I basically said, you know, until people actually, you know, everyone says, oh, I'm done, and then they release something and everyone's back on board. That's what happens. Unless people stand and sort of stick to what they say, you know, nothing will ever change with anyone.
Well, as the thing is, I mean, I definitely think
Sideshow makes so much money. They made £5,100,000 from the Thanos maquette alone. That's what they make. If they sell all them numbers, $5,100,000.
Well, then they got to take off everything else. But yeah.
Yeah, but Alex, that's one fucking piece, dude. They've got they've got thousands of pieces, dude. They're making money. And if
you forget that that's not what they make most of their money on anyway. They make most of their money distributing other people's shit. So
well, there's that too. You've got you've got all the pies there. But what I'm trying to say is that that is a lot of money. They're all like, because people were talking about, oh, you know, well, they're going to have to pay all this for you know, to replace things and all that. It's going to cost them a fortune. And when you start looking at the numbers that certain pieces just bring in, you know, until them profits, until that money starts to take a really big hit, people don't change things. You know, I really think Sideshow need to drastically overhaul their shipping and packaging big time. Seriously.
Oh yeah, well we've been saying that. We've been saying that for years.
Yeah, but it is archaic. It's the same crap. In fact, it's not. When they first started releasing pieces, the quality of their boxes and styrofoam was better than it is today. They've They've gone the other way. They've gone the other way, and I think, you know, I think that really needs to be addressed big time, quickly. But I even though I believe that needs to happen, until their bottom line starts to suffer, they don't get. No one's going to do nothing.
No as long as they're making the profit. Why are they going to change it? They're making the profit.
Exactly. And they make
anyway.
A lot.
I got to be up. I got to be up in my yoga class at 6 o'clock. So, it's actually it's Pilates first, and then it's yoga. So,
dude, do you actually do any other proper fucking training, or do you just walk around fucking stretching and twisting all day like some sort of fucking woman?
I'm gonna go to the shop on Saturday, and I'm gonna buy a new mat, and I might buy some flip flops.
Yeah, man, that's it. Go all up Big Lebowski on me and all
that. Yeah. Dude, you pissed on my rug. Yeah. Have you seen that, Big Lebowski?
I haven't. There's seen like trailers and things. I've always wanted to sit through it, but I can't convince Jenny to watch it.
It's quite yeah. Well, I mean, I've found a list of like films I've got on my computer, which I was a bit like, I didn't even know I had half of these films, and I'm like, oh, I better start watching them. Big Lebowski popped up. I hadn't seen that in a while. I want to watch The Town again. And
it's very hard to follow that. The accent's very difficult. It's very hard to follow.
The Town, yeah, it's like Boston. It's horrible, isn't it?
It's not. It's just hard to follow. They talk. It's like gypsy talk. It's exactly like it is down here. When you've got like when they're talking with each other. They talk really quickly, and with the accent, it's very hard to stay with them. I find it very difficult.
He directed that as well, you know.
I'm a big fan of Affleck, man. I think he's a genius. I've always said that.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's go. Let's leave it there. And I'm probably not going to be able to sleep now because I drank that coffee hazelnut drink. But then again, we've been on this chat for about 4 hours, so I think it's literally we went on this chat 9:20, and now it's 1:20. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
if that is commitment, I don't know what is.
All right. Well, anyway, I'm going to be really tired in my class tomorrow. But then again, I ain't got fuck all to do for the rest of the day.
It's not going to affect your performance anyway. You're still going to get your ass kicked by all the girls that are in there. Ain't going to change nothing.
Well, the thing is, as well, is it's quite a nice view sometimes, and just it's quite you just nice focus on a lot of the time some of the other stuff going on.
Listen, I'll take yoga. I would take yoga bottoms over fucking nutsacks any day of the week.
Well, anyway, let's leave that right there. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for watching, and do the usual like, comment, subscribe, and share. And it's been emotional.
We'll see you next week.
I'm with Alex, and I'm an arse man for sure. Yeah. Some of those fucking yoga pants are well revealing. Jesus Christ. Some of them, when they bend and they kind of stretch, they go well see-through. I don't want to sound like a pervert, but when you're doing your warrior pose #1 and you're meant to be staring at your hand, you end up staring somewhere else and you can't help it.
I'm not surprised you're a dirty Wookiee hand. Don't look anywhere.
Switch to the Sun Warrior, and that's good because you have to look up. But anyway, that's enough of that. I'm going to be dreaming about that. All right, guys. Thank you.